Hello, Donald Trump.
World champion boxer Alexander Usyk invited Trump to spend 1 week in his home in Kyiv to understand what's it like to live through Russian airstrikes.
Open eyes. Help my people.
Here's what Trump is likely to see, feel, and hear. Air alerts, lots of them. They go off so often during the day, they've mixed into the daily sounds of the city. Trump will also notice few people actually run to the shelters for cover. But around 1:30 a.m., Trump will wake up to loud explosions that feel frighteningly close. Russia is launching a massive airstrike to welcome him to the city. The good explosions are missiles and drones connecting with Ukrainian shot interceptors. The bad explosions, critical infrastructure being hit, or worse, residential buildings with sleeping families inside. Billowing smoke rises to the dark morning sky, lit red by the fires raging across the city. All the while, Trump will hear this from above. Those are Shahed drones, a familiar sound. Usyk reminds Trump that Russia is firing some of its ballistic missiles from Crimea, where he was born and raised, but can no longer visit because the Russians are occupying his home. Several hours have passed and airstrikes are still ongoing. Trump is exhausted. He can't sleep through the explosions and wonders when this horror will finally cease. At last, the airstrikes end around 5 a.m. Chirping of birds, signaling the coast is clear, soon follow. Trump finally gets to sleep, but not for long. That morning, he gets reports of the damage. We'd be lucky if there were only a few injuries, but this airstrike was brutal. At least 10 are killed and dozens are injured. Usyk accompanies Trump to local hospitals to visit the wounded. But this is not the hardest part of his visit. A few days into his stay, Trump will be invited to funerals of those who were killed during the airstrikes. No one is spared. Children, wives, husbands, whole families have been killed. It's at these funerals that Trump hopefully realizes that he could have prevented those deaths had the country been provided enough air defense systems. Ukraine only has about 6 to 8 operational Patriot batteries, but needs around 25 to adequately protect the country. At the end of his visit, Usyk greets Trump off to the train station in Kyiv. There are no flights out of Ukraine due to the war. The boxing champion wishes Trump well and hopes he tells Americans how brutal the Russian airstrikes were, and finally gives Ukraine the support it needs to defend itself.